We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi, and welcome to Daily Journal Newsbreak for Friday, November 10th. I'm your host, Chris Kiefer, and we're going to take a look at the top news and sports stories from Northeast Mississippi. But first, let's start with your weather forecast. Today we're looking at sunny skies with a high of 59 and a low of 34, a 10% chance of rain. Looking ahead at your 3-day outlook, Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high of 64, low of 44, 0% chance of rain. Similar on Sunday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 62 and a low of 46, 10% chance of rain. And Monday we're looking at sunny skies with a high of 65, low of 41. That chance of rain is at 10%. Let's take a look now at today's top headlines. The Mississippi State Board of Education approved $14.1 million in 21st Century Community Learning Center grants on Thursday. The grants fund community learning centers that provide enrichment opportunities for students, particularly those who attend high-poverty, low-performing schools. 4 Northeast Mississippi public school districts will receive 21st Century grant funding over a 3-year period. Those districts are the Alcorn Central School District, the Corinth School District, the Starkville-Oktibbeha School District, and the South Tippah School District. Mississippi State University will also receive some funding to facilitate programs for the West Point School District. The latest round of grants comes after a 2016 deficit of up to $19 million in the 21st Century Grant Program because more grants were awarded than available funds due to an error at the Mississippi Department of Education. State Superintendent of Education Kerry Wright said new procedures for the application and awarding process were introduced this year to prevent those errors from happening again. Belmont native Mac McAnally said he received many congratulatory messages on Thursday, a day after being named the Country Music Association's Musician of the Year for the 9th time. McAnally tied the legendary Chet Atkins, who had also won 9 times. That's particularly cool, McAnally said, because he met Atkins in Nashville in 1977 after the release of his debut album. The young musician was trying to think of what to say when Atkins asked him to demonstrate a banjo part from the album. McAnally said that moment made all of the hard work of his early years as a musician worthwhile. Fans can see McAnally in concert tonight at 7:30 at Mississippi State University's Bettersworth Auditorium. It's a fundraiser for the MSU Department of Music. Tickets are $40 and are available at the door or by visiting Mississippi State's website. McAnally will also perform the Star-Spangled Banner before Saturday's football game between the Bulldogs and the University of Alabama. Lee County will receive a federal grant to help it address a long-standing problem in a neighborhood with a large low-income population. The money will be used to help with sewer lines in the Green Tea neighborhood. It was awarded through the Community Development Block Grant Program. Green Tea is a neighborhood located in the county just outside of the southern city limits of Tupelo. However, the water and sewer system in the area is owned by the Tupelo Water and Light Utility Company. For decades, Green Tea residents have suffered from foul smells and even sewage backups into homes. That's because the homes in the subdivision were built to shoddy standards, with paired homes connected to sewer mains using a single tap. Lee County District 4 Supervisor Tommy Lee Ivey believes the grant-funded improvements will offer a significant upgrade in the quality of life for Green Tea residents. The grant will provide about $440,000 in funds. Tupelo will supply local matching funds of about $445,000. And in sports, 2 of the area's top quarterbacks will square off tonight, and the showdown carries high stakes. North Pontotoc is hosting Houston in a second-round Class 3A playoff game. The Vikings are the Daily Journal's top-ranked small school and are led by senior Clark Mills. The Hilltoppers are ranked 3rd and are quarterbacked by senior Uriah Shepard. Both are dual-threat quarterbacks, and both have put up monster numbers this season. Mills has passed for 3,212 yards and 33 touchdowns, and he's rushed for 807 yards and 17 scores. Shepard has rushed for 1,623 yards and 23 touchdowns. He's thrown for 1,247 yards and 7 touchdowns. Other key playoff games tonight include Warren Central at Tupelo, Pontotoc at Corinth, TCPS at Simmons, and Philadelphia at Baldwin. That does it for Newsbreak on this Friday. Don't forget that this show is just one of the many online offerings courtesy of the Daily Journal that gets you news off the page and on the go. Listen to the Memo podcast for the latest on news and entertainment in Northeast Mississippi with hosts Emma Kent and Derek Russell. On today's episode, Jenna Parsons talks about this week's food section, including a recipe for bacon-wrapped pork loin. Also, Scott Morris reviews the new Thor movie, and we talk about what's happening in town this weekend. Listen in Apple Podcasts, Google Play, or at memo.djournal.com. Each story discussed on Newsbreak can be found in your daily journal or online at djournal.com, where you can also find a new episode of Newsbreak each weekday at 7 a.m. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Kiefer. Have a great Friday.